In this video, we're going to demonstrate how we can help you visualize what your wall art purchase is going to look like in your very own home. Now, when it comes to wall art, there's lots of options. Maybe we do canvas, maybe you do framing. If you do framing, should we do matting? Should we go big? Should we go small? What color frame? What color matting? And this is all very important questions, and ultimately it comes down to what's going to look best in your home and what you're going to like the most. So we're going to walk you through how we can help you make those decisions so when everything winds up in your home, it's a decision that you fall in love with. Now, some of you watching this video might fall into one of two categories. You might be one of our session clients who right now you're at home preparing to do what we like to call your homework, getting ready for your meeting to possibly decorate your home with wall art. The other category, some of you might be former wedding clients and maybe you just got all your wedding photos and now it's time to make something big and beautiful for your home, but you want a little help to kind of know what's going to look best in your home. Either way, the process is the same and it's a really cool process. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in and start teaching you how that process works. So to get the ball rolling, we have 3 simple steps that we need you to do. First is the easy one. You're going to look around your home and you're going to decide where you'd like to hang some wall art in your home. Could be one room, one wall, maybe you have a couple walls, maybe there's several rooms in your house that you'd like to hang some artwork up. But that's all you have to do. First, decide where you want to hang some artwork. Second, you're going to take a trusty 12-inch ruler. Most of you, we will have provided a ruler, but if you don't have one from us, just go ahead and grab any 12-inch ruler in your home. But make sure it's a 12-inch so we know what the dimensions are. All you're going to do is take this ruler and tape it to the wall and hang it in the different spots where you're considering putting artwork. Now, the third step, which is the most important, is you're then going to back up, take out your cell phone, and take some pictures of those spots with the ruler hanging on the wall, and then email us those pictures. Now, because the third step's so important, we're actually going to go and demonstrate how to do this the proper way so that we can do this right the first time and not have to have you retake the photos. So that we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to demonstrate how to do the picture taking. Once we do that, we'll actually walk you through the process. Right here, we'll adorn one of our walls with some artwork, and you can see how the software works and how you can visualize what's going to happen in your home. So let's get started. All right, so we're going to get started. Now I have my trusty 12-inch ruler and I also have some Scotch tape. I do recommend if you have masking tape to go ahead and use that, but anything will work. Sometimes the tape you want to avoid is duct tape just because it's the tape that leaves the most sticky residue behind. But anyways, so I've picked this wall. All the walls here at FineLine are currently occupied with artwork, but I have this blank space here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler and simply hang it up. Okay, now I'm hanging it roughly where I visualize the artwork would go. It's not incredibly important whether it's here or here, just in the ballpark of where you're visualizing the artwork to go. Now the thing is, we want you to go left to right, okay? So don't hang it up and down. We want you to go left to right and do your best to keep it kind of level. It's okay if it's a little crooked. It's not the end of the world, but try to do your best to keep it a little bit level. Pretty simple. Now, here's the key. I'm going to take my cell phone and I'm going to get some pictures. Now the one thing is, when you hold your cell phone up and take a picture, we want you to shoot it horizontally, wide, not up and down like that. So try your best to shoot it like that. But the really important thing, okay, is I'm going to back up to take the photo because I want to do a couple things. Number one, I want to show this wall in space. I want to see what the piece of artwork is going to look like in the context of the room. If I stand this close and just take a picture, well, when we go to show you what the artwork is going to look like there, it's just going to be a picture on a wall. It doesn't show you like, well, what's it going to look like in the context of the window around it, or the fireplace? What's it going to look like in my room setting? So back up as wide as you can, and what we sometimes recommend is take a series of photos. Maybe you'll back up 6 feet, take a photo, 10 feet, maybe then you'll take a third from the complete other end of the room. You can send all 3 of those to us, and that way we'll be able to pick out the one that works the best to give you the most idea. But you want to show the picture within the context of the room. Okay, so if you just send us a picture that's just a wall, it's not going to give you any context of what that picture looks like in that room in terms of the decorating and the style, but also size-wise. Is it too big for the room? Is it too small? So I'm going to back up. Our videographer's going to eye me up here, and I'm going to take the picture. Now, the last thing that is crucial to this, you have to take the photo straight on. I cannot stand over here and shoot crooked. I don't really want to be shooting up or down. The key is to shoot straight on at the wall. If you shoot from an angle, we can't properly measure out how large that ruler is, so we can't properly show you how big or how small that picture is going to look like in your house or in your room. So it's critical that you shoot the picture straight on. So let me go ahead and get a picture here. And bingo. Okay. So I took one from this wide back, shows me the wall, it shows me the window, the other picture on the wall, a little bit of TV, but it's wide enough to get a sense of what this picture is going to look like in the room, and I took it straight on so that the measurements will work up. So the next thing is you'll email those to us, which will give you the information how to do that, but you just email us these photos, and then when you come in for your meeting, we'll have everything ready to go for you. But that's what we're going to show you how it works now. So we're actually going to go into the software with this picture and show you some different artwork options, and then I'll choose, and then we'll see what the artwork looks like on the wall. So let's get started with that. So at this point, we're going to jump ahead in time. We're going to pretend that you've emailed us the photo. Well, in this case, I've emailed the photo to myself. And we're jumping right to our actual meeting that we would do with you to show you what that artwork is potentially going to look like in that space that we just worked at. So I've got the photo, in this case from myself, and I've got the software ready. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to do this via the screen so you can see exactly what's going on. We are actually right now in the software, the same software we would be using for your meeting if you were here picking out pictures to hang in your home. But of course, this is our office space here, our consult room. This is the picture I just took on my cell phone. You notice a couple things. Again, here's the space, there's the ruler. And again, I took it wide enough to show some context. So here's the wall space that I'm looking to hang a picture. But I backed up far enough to get an idea of the context of the room. The window, our fireplace mantle, other wall art on the other wall. So it just gives me a little bit of context of not only what it's the particular size that I want to go for, but again, what it's going to look like in the space. So the first thing I actually have to do is let the software know some numbers. So the software needs to know, if I'm going to say, well, show me a 20 by 20 frame in this room, it needs to know what is 20 inches looks like in this room. So I'm going to take this little digital ruler and match it up to the physical ruler you have hanging in the picture, or in this case that I have hanging in the picture. So now that that's set, I'm going to make sure down here I'm set to 12 inches, save, and close. Okay, so we have our room prepped, and again, that's actually what the software calls it. It calls the space a room. So let's just jump right in and let's see what different pictures I might want to put in that space. So I'm going to bring some photos over, just see which ones I like. And this is kind of the process you might be doing. And you know what, I think I'm just going to go with the first photo. So let's go ahead and move forward. That we're going to fill our wall space with this picture right here. So I'm going to get rid of the other ones. Okay, and I can move this around. Now at the bottom of the screen here says 8 by 10. So basically what the software is telling me is that an 8 by 10 picture, that's how much space it's going to take up. As you can see, 8 by 10 is much too small for any wall space, but especially this, that is not what I want to have hanging there. I want to fill the space. So let's go up. We got 10 by 10, 10 by 20, 11 by 14, and so on. We can see the numbers at the bottom as we get bigger. I think that's what I want. That's a 24 by 30, and that looks nice in the space, and it still leaves us some room to put some framing on around it. I have space between the picture and the window, and of course the corner of the wall as well. All right, so I've determined that's the picture I want, and that's the size that I want. So let's try some different frames. Now what's really neat, the way the software is set up, is the frames that we are cycling through are the frames that we offer. So every frame that we offer and can frame your pictures in, we can actually show you right here in the software what it's going to look like first. Let's see. I think I like that. This is our Scoop Antique Bronze. All right, so there we go. We have a nice 24 by 30 print and a 24 by 30 frame. And I don't think I want to mat it. We have a lot of nice gold here going right up to the edge. I think I'm going to stay with that. So what we've done is basically shown you how the process works and what we can do for you, whether it's one wall or multiple walls in your house. And again, we can show you what that photo is going to look like, whether it's canvas or frame picture or a cluster of frames or a cluster of canvases. We can show all that to you before you make your final decision. Pretty neat. Now, the final step is we're going to show you what it looks like on the wall. So let's go into the future and pretend that the picture just got shipped here and see what it looks like on our wall space. All right, and there we have it. Here is our 24 by 30 print in the frame that we liked. Right up on our wall in the space, it looked exactly like we were shown in the software. We still have our space between the window and the corner here. Worked out perfectly. I'm glad I had the opportunity to do it this way and make sure that I'm happy with the decision before I get something big and beautiful to hang in my home and it doesn't fit right. So that's what we can help you do. If you have any questions about how to prepare on your end, feel free to contact us.